In a WestJew exclusive, Remembering Ellie Shea, tomorrow marks 1 year since the lieutenant with the Orange County Sheriff's Office was found dead in her bedroom.
Her estranged husband is now charged with her murder. At 4, we brought you her closest friends from the Sheriff's Office as they shared their grief, and now more on their resolve.
And WestJew's Nancy Alvarez is back to tell us about Ellie's Law. Nancy.
Well, guys, Ellie's Law is in its initial stages, but her friends are determined to see it passed. It will focus on what happens to children when conflicts between their parents turn violent.
When she was found shot in her bedroom, Lieutenant Ellie Shea was days away from her 40th birthday. Her life full as she balanced a rising career at the Orange County Sheriff's Office with the job she loved most.
She loved being a mom. She saw her babies as miracles.
After their dad was charged with murdering their mom, 3-year-old Rocky and 8-year-old Lana went to live with Ellie's aunt. Ellie's best friends, colleagues who became family, helped care for the girls. And that's how they stumbled upon a gap in Florida law that left them shocked.
I don't understand how parental rights are not suspended in cases like this.
Once the Department of Children and Families determined the girls were in a safe, long-term home, no court hearings were immediately required. That means Anthony Shea, the girls' dad and a former sergeant with the sheriff's office, still had custody of them from his jail cell.
He was the one who would have to sign off on the girls getting therapy. The child victim advocate tried to communicate through the lawyer and then through him, but nobody ever responded.
So the girls couldn't get therapy unless he said it was okay?
Yes.
And he's in jail.
And he's in jail. So how are you supposed to parent from jail?
The process to transfer rights to Ellie's aunt took months, time Captain Abby Hilly says families don't have.
You have to make the educational decisions for the children, medical decisions. So what came about was I went to the sheriff and I asked him, can we pursue this as a legislative action?
We were just flabbergasted that no one has tried to fix this.
Sheriff John Mina is making Ellie's Law one of his agency's legislative priorities. If passed, it would immediately revoke custody from a parent charged with killing or incapacitating their child's other parent.
I'm sure that there have been many parents and grandparents and relatives in the exact same situation that were just at their wits' end going, he's behind bars, how can he have parental rights?
Over the years, the Orange County Sheriff's Office has successfully pushed for 13 new laws in Florida, ironically with Ellie on the legislative team that does a lot of the work. And with the latest proposed law, her mark on the agency and the community continues through her boss and the friends who loved her.
This is a way to honor Ellie, because she wouldn't want her name in lights. She wouldn't want all of this attention. But if it protects children, then absolutely, that would be something she would be 100% behind.
Ellie left so many bright spots. I mean, just look at her children, look at the way she's affected the employees here and her friends. So if we're able to get this done, that'll just be a part of her legacy.
Members of the Sheriff's Office, including Ellie's friends, will actually be in Tallahassee this week as they talk to potential sponsors of this bill. And of course, we'll be following the progress and we'll keep our community updated.
What a meaningful gesture to do for Ellie and their friend and their coworker.
It's going to make a world of difference in the future for families who are caught in what is really, truly a horrific circumstance, right? You don't ever want to think of anything like that happening, but we know it does. We report it here all the time when kids are caught in the middle of these violent situations, and this will protect children if it's passed.
And where are her kids right now?
They're with her aunt. They're doing well. I mean, they have a whole community. The Sheriff's Office has really rallied around these girls, particularly those 3 friends of Ellie's. They love on these girls. They're in their lives, and these girls are going to be okay because they have that community behind them.
Great story, Nancy. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
remembering
Nancy.
and for remembering Ellie. And we'll look forward to your follow-up reports.
Oh, there'll be updates,
yeah,
for sure.
we know. All right, thank you, Nancy. We want to turn now